Hello, learners. I hope you are all enjoying the sessions and you are learning along with me, right? So today we'll go with NumPy arrays. NumPy arrays क्या होता है? जैसे कि हम जानते हैं हमने बेसिक सीखा है पाइथन का लिस्ट ट्यूपल पाइथन के बेसिक ऑपरेशंस भी हमने करना सीखा गूगल कोलैब में। अब हम नेक्स्ट लेवल पे जाएंगे। नेक्स्ट लेवल क्या है? नेक्स्ट लेवल है एरेज। एरेज क्या होता है हम जानेंगे एंड उसमें से विच वन इज द मोस्ट पॉपुलर एंड यूज्ड इन पाइथन इज NumPy arrays. So now if you see like एज जब हम छोटे होते हैं तो हम सिंपल ABCD लिखना सीखते हैं सबसे पहले, राइट? देन हम वर्ड्स बनाना सीखते हैं, देन हम सेंटेंसेस बनाना सीखते हैं, देन हम पैराग्राफ्स बनाते हैं, हम स्टोरीज बनाते हैं, हम एसेज बनाते हैं। वैसे ही अभी हम अपने फर्स्ट स्टेज को ऑलमोस्ट कह सकते हैं क्रॉस किया। हमने ABCD लिखना सीखा है, अब हम वर्ड्स बनाना सीखेंगे। सो एरे इज नथिंग बट वर्ड्स इन डेटा साइंस word you can say. So without much ado, let's move on to array definition. What is array? So array are used to store multiple values in a single variable. So एक array के अंदर multiple values store हो सकती हैं जैसे कि Ford, Volvo, BMW, all of these can be stored in a array. An array can hold many values under a single name and you can access the value referencing a index number. तो बेसिकली जैसे आप देख रहे हैं इसके अंदर तीन वैल्यूज स्टोर्ड हैं, तो उसको हम इंडेक्स कर सकते हैं यूजिंग अ इंडेक्स नंबर. सो इंडेक्स इज नथिंग बट अ सीक्वेंस, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इन अ basic English term. So like Ford is the first, then second, then third. And but we need to know that first index is always zero. So this is zero, this is one, this is two. So if I do x is equal to cars zero, it will give me x is equal to Ford. So if you print x, it will come as Ford. So you can try these in Google Colab parallelly also. Otherwise, we'll have next session which will be totally practical as we had for Python, and you can cover more. But this is just for your example and references. And if you want, you can still try now as well. तो फिर जैसे कि हमने देख लिया कि एरे के अंदर मल्टीपल वैल्यू स्टोर हो सकती है और उसको इंडेक्स से हम निकाल सकते हैं। फिर लेंथ फंक्शन जो हमने पाइथन में भी सीखा था कि ट्यूपल में लिस्ट में कि उसकी लेंथ निकालनी है कितना बड़ा है। सो सेम चीज वी कैन डू इन एरे एज वेल एंड यू कैन फाइंड द लेंथ ऑफ एन एरे विच इज कार्स हियर, राइट? Then you can use a loop to go through elements of an array. So basically loop क्या होता है? Loop होता है किसी चीज को, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना loop में जाना, loop में चला गया। Like you play a playlist, so it goes in a loop, it one after the other there are music songs which are running, so that is a loop. So basically if I do for x in cars print x, so ये इसके अंदर जाएगा बार बार। पहले वो Ford प्रिंट करेगा, फिर वो Volvo प्रिंट करेगा, फिर वो BMW प्रिंट करेगा। तो बेसिकली ये होता है लूप में। जब आप एक सेम कोड को बार बार रन करना चाहते हैं विद डिफरेंट वैल्यूज, यू पुट अ फॉर लूप. सो rather than writing a code 10 times, you put a for loop so that the same code can be executed multiple times in a particular sequence with multiple values. So that is what is called as for loop. Okay. Going on next, what is array operations? So array operations is nothing but there are various methods how you can like do some manipulation in arrays, right? So append में क्या होता है? You can add an element to a list. Clear में क्या होता है? You can remove element from a list. Copy में क्या होता है? You can copy the list. Then count में क्या होता है? You can return the number of element specified. कितने कितने element है उसमें. Then extend में again you can extend or the end of current list. Then index में क्या होता है? Returns the index of the first element with specified values. फिर insert में क्या होता है? Adds an element at a specified position. एक particular position में हम insert कर सकते हैं. Pop में again एक particular position का element हम remove कर सकते हैं. फिर remove क्या होता है? वो first item को ही remove करता है. Then we have reverse the order of the list. So if it is say Ford, Maruti, and Gypsy, it will be Gypsy, Maruti, and Ford. So the order will be reversed. फिर सॉर्ट करना है हमको। अगर हम अल्फाबेटिकली सॉर्ट करते हैं तो suppose we have banana, apple, and cherry. So it will be apple, banana, cherry if it will be sorted on alphabetical order. So basically ये सारे operations है जो हम we will use to do some changes in our array, and you need to know as they are English words. Like it sounds more clear, but once you practice more, you will be more clear with these concepts. And again, we'll see the practical examples of each one of them in our next class. Now, coming back to NumPy intro, as I told, NumPy is the most popular array which is used in Python, and basically it is like already built at the backend using a lot of mathematical calculation. You just need to know how to use it. So we all have we have many friends, right? But there is one friend who's favorite. So NumPy is that particular array which should be your favorite. So now there is a lot of enhancement going on in data science industry. There are a new type of arrays, data frames coming into picture, but NumPy has been used for a long time as something which is like sort of a favorite for all the data scientists and analysts to do some basic things if they want to do. And then similarly in database we have pandas. So NumPy हमारा arrays में होता है और pandas हमारा data frame होता है जिसके बारे में हम आने वाले नेक्स्ट क्लासेस में और डिटेल में जानेंगे. तो बेसिकली NumPy होता क्या है? NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. Okay, so it has also functions for working in domain of linear algebra, Fourier transformation matrices. So these are some like mathematical terms used as backend. As I told, you don't need to know much about this, but yeah, if you know that this is like it is used for these particular things, you are good. And as you say that NumPy, what is the full form of NumPy? So it is not like just named as NumPy. It is because numerical Python. So that is why, because it is very useful to solve a numerical problem, and due to its speed it is recommended the most. So we have a list that serves a purpose of array, but they are slow to process. Now you see, you would have noticed, right, that there are many similarities with what we studied in list and array, but list जो होता है वो बहुत slow होता है process करने में, whereas arrays are very quick to process. So हमेशा हम यही चाहेंगे, right, कि whatever we are doing, it is quick, and we can run through things in a quick manner, and like we can get our output quickly, because in these time nobody has patience, right? And I hope you all have patience to go through this video till the end, because trust me, you'll learn a lot. And don't just stop in between, just go on and keep on learning. And I hope, like, it might be a little slow in starting, your understanding or the pace in which you want to learn. But trust me, if you like keep on learning, you will have the info to learn everything and even more than what I'm teaching here. Okay. So with this, let's go on. So arrayness object in NumPy is called ND array. It provides a lot of supporting function that makes working easy. So there are a lot of functions which is provided by NumPy which makes the function easy, and it can process or access the data very efficiently. So this is the main use why NumPy is used so much, that it can process the data very efficiently, right? Now going forward, once the NumPy is installed, import in your application by adding the values. So Hamisha, this is something which we will do a lot. Okay. So as I said, there is one thing which is installing a package. So if you are using Jupyter Notebook for first time, you need to install packages. Some of them are basic installed, but some you need to install. So that is the first thing. And then you need to import. So basically it is like making a friend, is installing a friend and then calling a friend. Hi, चलो बाहर चलते हैं यार घूमने. So that is like importing a friend and calling him to maybe yeah, to have fun with him. So it is like similar, that if you want to use any library, you have to import that particular library. So here, as we discussed, we have to do, we can import the library and we can keep it a alias. Alias is a short name given to a particular library. Now np.array, and we have different arrays into it, which is stored again in an array which is named as ARR, and you can print it and find it. So we can pass the list, tuple, anything into array. So not only list, you can even pass a tuple. Remember, tuple has like lib braces, and there are little differences as compared to the list which we had. So if you want to revise the concept, just go back in that last video and just revise these concepts again. So now the dimension is array in one level. So there can be various dimensions in array, right? So if there is only a single digit, it would be like a zero dimensional array. Only one element is there, right? Each value is zero dimensional. So if array has like multiple zero dimensional elements, then it is called 1D array. When it has multiple 1D dimension arrays, then it is called 2D array. And if array has a like 2D matrix, multiple 2D two-dimensional elements, then it is called 3D array. So basically एक एलिमेंट से अगर हम बहुत सारे एलिमेंट डालते हैं तो एक रो बन जाएगा, वो 1D हो जाएगा. फिर 1D से हम अगर उसको उसकी मल्टीपल रोज डालेंगे तो वो 2D बन जाएगा. फिर अगर वो 2D को हम एक 3 by 3 मैट्रिक्स, मतलब 3 कॉलम 3 रोज में डाल देंगे तो वो एक 3D मैट्रिक्स कहलाता है. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज मैट्रिक्स, एंड that is actually what is also called as data frame, which we'll study later. but basically it is like a building block. So zero dimensional से one dimensional होगा, one dimensional से two, और two से three dimensional. So ये है examples which will make you more clear. So ये जीरो डायमेंशनल एरे है जिसमें एक 42 एक नंबर स्टोर्ड है. फिर इसमें क्या है, ये एक वन डायमेंशनल एरे है जिसमें एक रो स्टोर्ड है, जिसमें इफ यू सी सिंगल सिंगल एलिमेंट है 1 2 3 4 5. फिर यहाँ पे क्या है, वी हैव टू रोज 1 2 3 एंड सेकेंड रो इज 4 5 6, ये 2D हो गया. फिर इसमें मल्टीपल हो गए तो ये 3D हो गया. सो इट इज लाइक all of various ways of storing a array, and so it is not like only elements you can store element का एक set element का दूसरा set. Even you can store this, and you can also print these values to see like how it is working and how it is created. And we'll see again, as I'm telling you, in the next practical class we'll see the more details. And for that, if you have not subscribed the channel, subscribe it right now so that you don't miss any pop-ups when a new video or a new teaser is released. Okay, going forward, indexing. Indexing is the same as accessing the array elements. So you can access an array element, as I told. You can access array element by referencing to index number. If you remember, it is the, like as I said, sequence of which array is written. So import numpy as np. Then these are various arrays, and first element you are putting. So it will actually put two, right? Because this is zero, this is one, two, three. So this is how you can put. So array name is the same. Then you can print ये box के अंदर whatever you are giving, it is the first element of the list. First in the index number, which is second, actually second in sequence, right? So I hope you got it now. And then you can also print, you can write a statement, print fifth element on second row. So this will be printed as it is with the value of the fifth element of second row. So this is the first row, this is the second row. So this is 0 in the first place, this is 1 for the row level. So hence we have written 1, so it will go and find in this particular list. Okay, then we put 4. So 4 is which one? 0 1 2 3 4 10. So it will print 10. Fifth element in second row is 10. So fifth element, that is our fourth number, right? Got it? And you can like run it in Google Colab to understand more as well. So negative index can be used to go from a back and find. So if I'm going from here, it is 1. If I go from here, then it is negative index. Okay, so second last element of this one. So it is again in this element we are finding 1, and second last is 0 -1. So this is the second last, which is 9, which happens to be my birthday as well. So yeah, to end this is 9, how we can fetch it through indexing. So I hope you got the concept of indexing. It is also very, very useful in future when you want to extract a particular element, and if you want to find what are the different values, which element is at the third place. If you want to add, subtract anything, this concept of indexing is very, very useful. Then slicing. So slicing, as the name suggests, English word, right? Slice हम जब करते हैं तो किसी चीज को, if we are slicing an apple, we slice into like slices and pieces. So that is like doing some like cutting off that particular array and finding a subset of an array, right? In that way, you can say. So slicing is a means of taking one index to another index. We can slice by start end step. So जब हम start और end दे देंगे तो first से fifth तक, मतलब ये 0 1 2 3 4 5 है, तो first से लेके fifth तक, मतलब first second third fourth fifth. So 2 से 6 तक का हमारे पास आ जाएगा. So हमको अगर मतलब second element से sixth element चाहिए तो हम ये 1 2 5 डाल देंगे. Basically हमको पूरा नहीं चाहिए, हमको एक पार्ट चाहिए, तो हमने इसको स्लाइस कर दिया और वो पार्ट आ गया. फिर अगर यहाँ पे हम कुछ नहीं देते हैं तो सारे वो लेता है, मतलब द स्टेप इंक्रीमेंट इज 1 इफ यू डोंट गिव एनीथिंग हियर, एंड इफ यू गिव अ स्टेप, so that means you want to put it in a, like if I put a step 2, that means it will put 1 4 and 6, right? It will skip 1 so it will go 2 ahead. वो 2 जो step है, that will be used over here. Okay, and then we have like again two dimensional array. अगर हम देखते हैं तो this is a two dimensional array, and you can actually put it like 0 to 2. So यहाँ पे 0 to 2 सारे रोज चाहिए, बट एलिमेंट चाहिए 1 to 4 वाले, तो दोनों के 1 to 4 आ जाएंगे, 2 से 5 और यहाँ पे 7 to 9. So 7 to 10, sorry. So even in a two dimensional array you can do a slicing and dicing for a particular array. So I hope you got it, and you'll understand more once we implement it practically. But I hope you got the basic concept of what is slicing. So first understand the basic then do some practical, then come back, be like revise it and be very sure about what you have learned, and then maybe you can go to a high level problems as well on open source, and you can like become an expert in this field. Okay, so now the last topic for today is data types. So data types, as we know, that in a particular way when a data is stored, I told a short about it. So again, to see what are the data types in which an array can be stored: integer, boolean, unassigned integer. So integer is a number, float is a number with decimal, complex float is a more complex way of storing a decimal value. Then M is time, delta, date, time, object, string, Unicode is string, fixed variable. So mostly what is used is string, integer, and float. The rest are there, but they are used less often. So NPy array has object property called darray that returns the data type of an array. So if you type array.dtype, it will return what type of array it is. Is it an integer, float, or whatever values are stored in this? So if you store these values in a single quote, it will be actually a string value. So that is how it can be returned from a data type. So this is it for the episode 7 on NumPy array basics. I hope you all are liking it, and wait for the next session on the coding on the same. And if any feedbacks regarding the session, content, delivery, if you're liking it, you need you have some suggestions you want to give. So please do put in comments. And also, if you need this material, do put your comments in the YouTube section, and I'll definitely forward all this material to you for your future references and for your future use case. So stay tuned, guys, for further videos, and keep loving and keep liking your the views, and that definitely appreciate the efforts which I'm putting, and it motivates me more to deliver more such sessions like this. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.